get in shape like you are.
Yeah, right. Yeah, my ass, you're way too body fat. 2.5.
That's close.
So how come you use the headband? Like, what's the purpose of it?
Initially, and I still do, I hate get sweat dripping down my face because of my long hair. So I always put the headband on to stop the sweat from coming down because I didn't want to keep wiping and wiping and wiping, and it would irritate my skin. So it just
Yeah.
and then eventually people would just see the headband off and like, okay, we can talk to him now because he's he's done with this workout. He's okay to chat with. Number one, doing MR.UNIVERSE training. I have my competition in Romania coming up in about 4.5 weeks or so. I have recently come off the nationals, which I did on August 19th. Second overall for the classic physique. I missed it by just 0.5 points, so there's a couple of things I can tweak and work on for this show. It's a lot bigger. I'm super excited. So the warm-ups that I go through, first up is the bodyweight squats. And like I said, this is all I learned from Arnold's Pump Club, and what's kept me consistent and warming up every single time I work out. Just 10. I usually do 3 sets of those, then I go into and lastly, we do bodyweight lunges. And the main tip I got that really helped my hamstrings out because it was a weak point is when you come back, just explode off of that lunge. So explode. Explode. So you say. As I take in no amino acids, I used to do that often. I don't believe in the BCAAs anymore because there's a lot of scientific backed evidence that shows like it doesn't enhance anything as far as you get all your calories from eating and your diet. There's no add-on effect of adding. So I stick with the electrolyte powder, and keeps me from cramping, honestly. It keeps the minerals flowing. With those oblique injuries right now, they're healing a little bit better than normal, which I'm happy about. Start off with shoulders first, and we'll get it going. Let's do it.
Breathing technique, how long is that? And like what do you do?
So with acting, it's different. Whenever I'm on stage for a bodybuilding show, it's easy because the work's already done, and right now you're just having fun. Same concept with acting, but the pressure goes up because you have lines, and you never want to screw up, but sometimes you do. And I go through a lot of, I have a breathing coach, an Instinctual, which is amazing, where I go through a breathing exercises before I get on stage. That lasts generally, depending on how much time I have 10 minutes, I'll use 10 minutes, 5 minutes. I like to do a full 30 minutes before I go anywhere because I have a lot of anxiety that builds up on show day. But however, when it translates to bodybuilding, I'm just having fun because there's so many there's so many antics that go on backstage. That's the fun in games of it, the head games, the mind games. That's all just good and fun because you can never take it super serious. I do when I'm training, but when you're back there, you're just having fun, and then afterwards, everyone gives each other a pound and a handshake and a big hug because you're all doing it together. And that's the main difference and why I love this sport so much.
Come on, let's go. Yeah.
I'll do a drop set from what I started with. So let's say I do like 20, 15, 10. I'll do 3 sets of those individual. And then I'll drop set from 20, 15, 10 as many as I can do.
Come on. Push yourself, let's go. Come on. Yeah.
Woo. Now on how my body is, because even with those, it was okay. I still felt a little pain over here, so I have a little bit of the tape that really helps me. But I'll do some sit downs now and see how that works out. So far, I feel okay.
Yeah. Go.
I know my threshold of how many reps I have left.
Yeah.
And the problem becomes when you have 10, you really know you have 20, and you don't want to tell yourself you have 20, but you know you do.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go get 20, or maybe 21.
Yeah.
So that training is actually really good, but that's where the bodybuilding aspect comes into play when you're, going for any type of show that you want to go and win. I never go to seek to compete. I go to win. But at the same time, the threshold of pain that you have to go through. But yeah, I like training low volumes on the off season a lot.
Okay.
Because now it's more conditioning. Because realistically, I can change something, but I can't drastically change something. So I might as well work on more striations, work on more conditioning, so it's easier on the stage when you're posing and stuff.
Yeah. Let's go, come on. Let's get it, bro, come on. Don't tell me you're doing another drop set.
Whew. Like my friend John tells me, he goes, you know, think of it as going to master the weight. And I thought about that. I said, mastering the weight. You know, I said, what is that? He says, make sure that you're getting 4 or 5 reps, that you can consistently do 4 or 5 reps at that same weight before you start to progress higher, so you can get a lower threshold. So if I know I can master 4 or 5 reps on the weight, like a deadlift or compound move, like a squat, and I go, okay, next week I'm gonna go up and see how I can break from that threshold. Sometimes it doesn't happen, and like I always say, you know, I wake up and my body tells me something different. I have to listen to it, but otherwise, I try to go for that next higher level of weight always. That one sucked. Respect it because they're using it.
Yeah.
But I just try to repeat the same set or same 2 workouts in a row, just to keep the pump going and to keep the workout and blood flowing. You want that pump to always stay active. So that one was good.
Let's go.
I usually try to pose in between my sets whenever I'm getting close to a contest. That's one thing I learned from Arnold. We have correspondence and stuff through his app, so when he was talking to me about it, he says make sure you pose and be able to hold each pose for at least a minute. So I took that advice, and so I try to do it while I'm working out. Like I said, right now I'm in a little bit of pain, so I'm holding that pain. But I used to, if I'm doing shoulders, I'll do like lat spreads. Or if I'm doing arms, I'll do like all sorts of, you know, bicep poses. So that's one thing that I always maintain. But today, I'm not going to do it. Don't get mad at me.
Let's go.
One thing I'm also want to do with these videos is I really want to help show that you don't have to look like a bodybuilder or be in competition or anything like that just to get in shape. And I really try to preach, you know, getting moving just 10 minutes a day. It helps with a lot of things, help people with depression personally, which has been very, very helpful. And it helps me just get the blood flowing, and it helps stimulate positivity. There's a lot of proven facts on that. So if you can just get yourself moving, and I promise you, everyone says they don't have time. Everyone has 10 minutes throughout the day to do something. And just like Arnold says, a lot of other people say that if you look at your screen time and you get that notification that says like 4 hours, use 10 minutes to just get the blood flowing, go for a walk. You can do it. Just like you can do it. Let's go.
Come on, baby. Let's go. Yeah. Push yourself. Let's go. Let's go.
Responding really nicely so far. Just I gauge it by the mirror and how the pump looks, because essentially this is how you are on stage. But at the same time, I'm not too clear. I still have my definition. I still have the striations going without the tan application. So that's a good sign. Keep it up.
Let's go. Let's go.
Felt a little light, felt a little bit of a pulling, so
I think you might need to go up.
yeah, I'm gonna go up, but I'm just keeping an eye on my body. You know, a little bit of pulling sensation, not too bad, but I don't want to push it. So we'll see what my body's capable of today. That's the instinctual training that I'm talking about. You can always push yourself with more reps, slower pace, whole array of things you can do to get that pump. So we'll go with the next one. So confidence stuff. naturally is not to say, oh, I'm married for life, I gotta preach natural. It's not gonna at all. I just choose to. I want to stay healthy. I want to stay fit. I want to stay active when I'm older. I want to be able to continue to stay fit, or just be able to exercise in general. I mean, this is let's get real. This is a privilege, but at the same time, is you still have to put in the hard work, and stuff like this today really is maybe makes me able to engage with you guys on a level where I don't normally do it. So I figured I might as well translate the acting degree at some point.